The Spar Proteas have won the Africa Netball Cup title, taking their fourth continental championship since its launch in 2010. They did this by beating Uganda 65-50 in the final. And we've roped in an important member of the Spar Proteas team, and that is the assistant coach, Zanel Mdodana. Zanele, a good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm feeling good. It's good to be home. It was awesome to sleep in my own bed.
I'm so happy for you. Zanele, before we talk about what happened out in Namibia with the team and just looking back at what you've been able to achieve with Coach Jenny this year, perhaps just talk to us about how it's been since coming into the Spar Proteas team. We know you've worn different shoes in the team before, and now you're coming as the assistant coach. How have you been finding those dynamics with the team alongside Coach Jenny?
It's been a phenomenal journey so far. Started in February when we were announced, and then we had a couple of training camps with our players, connecting with them on a more face-to-face physical perspective, and it's been awesome. We've had the Malawi Test Series, the Spar Challenge. We've had now the Africa Cup, and it's gone from better to best, to put it in simple terms.
And we love that from better to best, because we look at the goals that you possibly set for yourselves coming into this process. What were those goals? And the way, you speak about Malawi, you dealt with them efficiently. We look at what you did now in Namibia. How has that been just in terms of meeting those targets that you set for yourselves when you came into the team?
Yeah, so every step we take, we keep in mind the bigger picture and the team objectives. We know it's about 2027 World Cup in Australia, but we also know that you need to take one step at a time and deal with every challenge and every competition as it comes. So it was important for us to have really to put out a strong performance in the Spar Challenge against Malawi. We haven't played Malawi, myself and Coach Jenny, as a coaching duo. So it was important for us to really just go out there and show our country, what we've been doing behind the scenes, the work we've been putting in. It's been about buy-in, not only from ourselves, but our players. They've really embraced us. They've opened their arms and welcomed us into the Protea setup, the Spar Protea setup. We also went into the Africa Cup knowing that there's this monkey that's been on our back, which has been Uganda, and we wanted to really just get that monkey off our back. And it was a brilliant performance by the girls, to really step it up. And we went with the objective that it's not just about winning against Uganda, it's really beating them convincingly. We didn't want to give people any opportunities to say it was a fluke or whatever the case may be. The score speaks for itself.
The score does speak for itself, and you speak about that monkey that has been Uganda. You speak about that Spar International series against Malawi. When you look at where the team is now, what are some of those key focus areas you want to work on going into the new year? As you say, of course, the goal is building up to the next World Cup.
Yeah, it was important for us to really, deal with the Africa situation as to who's the best team in Africa, and you've got to play Africa. We understand that, and even though we want to also compete against the higher ranked teams, now we look into taking on Jamaica in January and England at the Nations Cup. We will meet Malawi and Uganda again at the Nations Cup. But it's important for us to challenge ourselves against the big guns. We're never going to know what we're capable of if we only meet these guys in a Commonwealth or a World Cup. Irrespective of what the outcome is, we will know exactly where we stand, and we know exactly what we'll need to come. So we're quite excited to go and play against the Sunshine Girls in Jamaica. It's a very difficult task. It's a daunting task. I've got the experience of playing in Jamaica, against Jamaica, and it's difficult to beat Jamaica at home, but I've been able to do it when I was a player. So we'll be taking that experience into this test series against Jamaica in January.
Oh, Coach Zanel, thank you so much for your time this morning, and we're so proud of the work that you've been able to do with the team, and we look forward to those encounters against Jamaica as well as England and of course Malawi and Uganda again next year. Do have yourself a blessed festive season.
Thank you so much. Same to you, and thank you for the support, and thank you to our netball fans and supporters that are standing with us through everything.
Oh, well, you know, Morning Live, we set the national agenda, and supporting netball is one of the things we do best here on the show. That was the assistant coach of the Spar Proteas, Zanel Mdodana, just speaking about South Africa becoming the champs out in Namibia not too long ago for both the men and the women.